Good morning, Sir Ardi. Today, our group are going to talk about the speech act, implicature, and politeness analysis of the film Johnny English Reborn, starring one and only Rowan Atkinson. So, before we start our presentation, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Ricky Kurniawan, and here are my other two friends, Kevin Nathanael Limantara and Zidan. So, what are we going to talk about in these presentations? So, first of all, we're going to talk about the speech act, the implication, and also the politeness of some utterance that can be found in the movie Johnny English Reborn. So, to start off, we're going to talk more about the speech act analysis. So, in the first utterance, we're going to analyze first on this speech act's pragmatic force. The locution itself is the utterance itself, which Johnny asks Tucker, "Come on, Tucker, live little. You should learn to savor success." And now, so the elocution is like Johnny gives Tucker an advice to enjoy his own life and not be stressed or fused about it. And then the perlocution or the effect from the utterance that has been spoken is like Tucker feels grateful for the Johnny's advice. And then the felicity conditions are divided into four parts. The prepositional content talks more about the advice itself, where Tucker should enjoy his own life and not be fussed or stressed about it. And then the preparatory is first, Johnny has reasons to believe that if Tucker enjoys his own life, it will really benefit him. And the second one, Johnny thinks that it is not obvious that Tucker will enjoy his life if he didn't tell him. And then the sincerity, Johnny believes that it will benefit Tucker if he enjoys his own life. And then the last part is the essential, where it counts as an undertaking to the effect that enjoying his own life is not Tucker's best interest right now, because he's too focused or busy on his own work, on finishing his own mission report. We're moving on to the second utterance, where we're going to talk about the pragmatic force first. So the location here is the utterance itself, where Ambrose talks to Johnny. Johnny, stand up and go to the water table. So the elocution here is Ambrose orders Johnny to stand up and go to the water table to execute Ambrose's plan to assassinate the Chinese PM. So the context in the film is Johnny accidentally drinks a mind control where now Ambrose can control and giving orders to Johnny, and Johnny can do anything Ambrose wants. Ambrose is the antagonist of the film, where he wants to assassinate the Chinese PM. So that's why he orders Johnny to do it by first standing up and go to the water table first. So in perlocution here is Johnny complies with Ambrose's order. So in the felicity conditions, divided by four parts. In the first part is prepositional content, where Johnny stands up and goes to the water table preparing for the assassination of the Chinese PM. And then the preparatory, where Ambrose believes that Johnny can assassinate the Chinese PM due to the mind control drink. And then the second one is, it is not obvious to both Ambrose and Johnny that Johnny would assassinate the Chinese PM without being asked for, because you need to order someone when you're mind controlling someone. And then the third part is Ambrose is in a higher position of authority over Johnny, and also thanks to the mind control. And then the third part is the science rating, where Ambrose wants Johnny to assassinate the Chinese PM. And then the essential, where it counts as an attempt of Ambrose to get Johnny to assassinate the Chinese PM.
Okay, for the implicature analysis, we are going to discuss about two utterances, the maxims they have violated, and the expected answer. After that, the implied meaning behind the utterance. Okay, for utterance one takes place in the scene where after in the airplane after Johnny and Tucker finish a mission. Okay, for the first utterance, Johnny offers Tucker a drink, where Tucker replied with, "I've got to finish this mission report, sir." Okay, next. This violates the relevance maxim because Tucker's answer is not relevant to Johnny's question, where he asks Tucker a drink and he replied with, he has to finish a mission report. For the expected reply is that he can agree or disagree with Johnny by replying, "Yes, I would like to, sir," or "No, thanks, sir." And the implied meaning behind the utterance is that Tucker doesn't want to drink because he is too busy filing or finishing his mission report. Okay. Moving on to utterance 2, where it takes place in Johnny and Tucker bringing Pudovkin to the hospital after he gets shot. And Tucker asks Johnny if he knows how to fly a helicopter, where Johnny replied, "It was part of basic training." Next. This violates the quality maxim because Johnny lied about being able to fly a helicopter. And the expected reply is that he answers honestly with, "No, I don't know," or "Yes, I know." And the implied meaning behind this utterance is that Johnny doesn't know how to fly a helicopter properly, so he is making an excuse. As we can see in the next slide, that when he tried to take off with the helicopter, he chopped up the trees on the sideways of the street. Okay.
Okay, so we have finally arrived at the politeness analysis. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, for the first utterance, the line is, "Excuse me, sir, we are coming into the land. Can I stow that overhead for you?" So the context is Shushan offered English to place his suitcase on top of his overhead bins. Next slide, please. So based on Brown and Levinson's politeness theory, this utterance is considered as negative politeness theory because by using the phrase, "Excuse me," Sushan, the speaker, recognizes that he is imposing on Johnny or the hearers or listeners. So he's trying to minimize that imposition as much as possible by showing respect for Johnny's negative face needs, while it also indicates that Shushan is aware of the potential inconvenience and is trying to minimize it. And also based on Leach's politeness strategy, this utterance is also considered as a generosity maxim because it focuses on maximizing the cost of self and minimizing the benefit of self in order to show generosity or help to the listener. In this case, Shushan is willingly to busy himself in order to offer help for Johnny to place his suitcase in the overhead bins. Okay, next one, please. So the second utterance is, "Look after him, Tucker. Look after him." The context here is Johnny asks Tucker to look after Pudovkin, who has been shot. So, Based on Brown Levinson's politeness and theory, this one is considered as bold on record politeness theory because it is a direct command without any attempt to soften the impact or make it sound less forceful. There's no politeness marker such as please or could you or something, which shows its directness. And also, uh, regarding the politeness principle, this utterance is also considered as a tact maxim because it focuses on minimizing cost to others and maximizing benefit to others. Who in this case is Pudovkin, who needs to be looked after since he just got shot earlier and in a brink of death. Okay, I think that's all from us for the presentation of speech acts, implicature, and politeness analysis of Johnny English Reborn movie. Thank you for listening, sir, and please have a good day. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.